While the bones of the system were solid, the user interface and the user experience completely needed to be overhauled. I'm Datt. I'm the CEO of Loom Analytics. Loom Analytics is a court analytics product where we take Canadian court decisions, analyze the cases, and then apply an analytics layer to them so that our clientele, which is law firms and insurance companies, can actually see trends in court decisions, how a judge might rule, how lawyers fare in court, or what types of parties actually end up in court. So when we initially started out with Loom Analytics, we went with the thinking that it would be a research product. And for me, because of my engineering background, I looked at the design process in a vacuum. It was more like, I'm going to build the product and people are going to use it, people are going to change the way they perform daily tasks to be able to use a product that will provide them with data. When we went to the market with the product, while clients loved the numbers that came out of the product, they sort of questioned how it would fit into their daily work processes. So we had ended up designing a very cool tool that nobody knew how to use. When we put the product out and we saw that people were enthusiastic about it but were not readily adopting the product, we had to change the user experience, actually pivot the user experience from being a research product to actually being an interactive product, something that was more task-based versus a typical extensive deep dive research product. So whereas before, in the past, lawyers or other clientele of ours that were using the product, they would have to figure out how to relate the search parameters in the product to the task they were performing. Now we're actually going to be listing out the tasks very clearly. So if they want to look up the outcomes for a certain judge, instead of having to figure out which report to run and what fields to set, they would see a question that says, tell me what would happen in front of Judge X. And that would just give them an answer. So it's still early days for us in terms of pivoting our idea, but we're already seeing a change, a shift in the way people are using it and the number of signups that are happening. So in terms of my advice for fellow entrepreneurs, go out there and work with your customer base and actually watch them work, see what their day-to-day is like, and then design the first version of the product to fit into their day-to-day tasks, and then have them use it and give you early feedback.